How's it going, everybody? Ty Sight's Shadow Games Report. Doing part 1 of Luna Abyss tonight. Never played this game. Don't even know what the hell it's about. We're gonna give it a shot. It looks kind of fun. Actually, I don't even know what the gameplay looks like. It just looked cool. Sometimes I just see a photo and I'm just like, yeah, that looks cool. Let's play it. So yeah, we're gonna get into that later. Anyways, we're going to do about 30 minutes to an hour of news. We got lots of content today, so I'm not going to spend lots of time talking. Let's go ahead and jump through these headlines and get straight to the content. Tucker Carlson accuses forces of pressuring Trump on Iran strikes. Indictments on Ohio smuggling case target migrant child traffickers. Trump administration suspends federal funding to LAHSA over fraud probe. Byron Donalds leads Florida GOP gubernatorial primary by wide margin. I don't think that's true. Sounds like Fishback. I think that's his last name, right? Fishback. I think he's being kept out of the debate from what it seems like. Just the initial glance, though. Massive fire destroys Medline warehouse in Tracy, California. Yeah, I just saw that right before going online. It looked pretty insanely huge. It almost looks like it was intentional. It's like the entire facility is up in flames, so naturally that just kind of makes you think that it might be intentional. Kind of makes you wonder, I don't know, something else going on there? Was it a drug facility? Like an actual, I mean, it said it was a medical drug facility, but I mean, like, I don't know, like a cartel type of situation. I don't know for a fact. I'm just, speculating there. Trump picks former SEC chairman Jay Clayton as National Intelligence Director. This is not the Pult guy everybody thought it was going to be. I don't know if this is already set in stone, like this is the actual guy or what, but he's at least one of the nominations for the position. Massive warehouse fire destroys Tracy Medical Supply Facility. Multiple blazes reported. More than 30 lawsuits filed against aerospace company in California over damaged chemical tank. New Hampshire man's murder conviction overturned in his daughter's case. 25-year-old Portland man sentenced for hitting agent with rod at ICE facility. Namesake challenger to Senator Dan Sullivan remains defiant despite state investigation. Appeals court says U.S. government can keep collecting 10% tariffs for now. I don't know, the whole tariff situation is just so confusing to me. I'm just like, why can't we do it to begin with? It never made sense to me initially, so I'm still questioning what the hell's going on here. Anyways, Trump says he is canceling fresh strikes on Iran, hints at possible peace deal. I mean, he goes back and forth every single day, so he said that peace still could come in the next few days, but he said that also on, I think, Sunday. It's just like we hit the 3rd day mark, and then he just extends it again. I don't know what the plan is here, but it doesn't look very smart. Some reason we're signing the peace deal in Europe. The only thing that really comes to mind with that, I'm just like, okay, are we signing it in the UK? Are we doing it so that the powers relinquish from the British over certain, I guess, oil ownership? I'm not really sure how the British still have ownership, to be honest. I'm still drawing a blank there. Promethean Action, you've not done well enough of a good job to teach me on what the hell's going on there. I still feel pretty stupid on the situation. Trying to educate my audience, but I don't even think your videos are educating my audience. If they're not educating me, then I start to question, how well are you even educating other people? Is it just propaganda? I mean, I've wondered that from the beginning. Promethean Action just kind of came out of nowhere all of a sudden, like right before the war. It was kind of weird, actually. And they haven't really been too damning towards the war or anything towards Trump. It's just more or less, everybody has the narrative wrong except for Promethean action, at least in their eyes. That's how they present it. All right. So yeah, he says he's canceling tonight's strikes. There might be a peace deal over the weekend. People are hinting, maybe hopefully for his birthday, he might get something. I wouldn't be surprised if Israel does something crazy to try to subvert all of this. I mean, it seems like that happens just about every single time, so now we're just giving Israel more time to prepare for something else. I wouldn't be surprised if even Trump tries to invade Karg Island here soon. I know he said he's going to end the war, but it doesn't mean, he's constantly playing this deception game. So naturally, you can just assume that it's not over, and we are staring into the abyss now. Yeah, I know. um, oil prices are expected to shoot up by the end of the month. I know that he's been playing the market pretty well so far. Um, it seems as if prices are continuing to drop over every single day. At least it is in my local area, about 5 cents a day, it seems like. I don't know how long that will last, though, as long as this keeps up. I mean, Iran is supposedly denying that this deal is even occurring, while you have certain peace negotiators saying that this deal is going through. I mean, it really is just believe whoever you want to believe at this point. And I know I keep saying that a lot lately on my show, but that's just because we keep having all these contradicting narratives being thrown out into the same pool of information, and then you're just stuck there just trying to figure out, okay, who do I believe now? So, Trump says US will hit Iran very hard. That was from yesterday, actually. Threatens to seize Karg Island. That's what I was talking about here. I think that's still on the table. He says that, the war is over. He said that today. But I think he's actually said that like 2 or 3 times now. Like over the past 3 months. There's different points in time where he said it was over. And something new would come up. Like Israel would just go off attacking. U.S. launches new strikes on Iran for the second night in a row. That was from last night again. These are older headlines right here. U.S. annual inflation hit 4.2% in May, highest in 3 years. Iran targets U.S. bases in Jordan and Gulf after Trump orders strikes near Hormuz. Let's get into today's content. Jeff Bezos just put $100 million into a startup with no product. Their entire pitch is that the AI industry is doing everything wrong and that your brain already solved the problem everyone is burning billions to try to fix. The whole AI industry is trapped in one brutal equation. Smarter models need more compute. More compute needs more power. Companies are now building dedicated nuclear plants just to run AI data centers. A single AI server GPU burns over 1500 watts. I was going to say it right. I corrected myself and I was going to say it right. Your brain runs on 20. Well, I think mine runs on maybe 17. Somewhere in there. Yet your brain is doing something far more complex than answering a chat prompt. It's learning, reasoning, controlling your body, and processing everything you see and hear on less power than a light bulb. Pretty impressive. God created a super efficient machine, and all we gotta do is eat slop every single day, just to keep it going. I mean, you gotta eat specific slop. You can't just eat any slop. Don't just go eating any slop, guys. Fill your brain with all the vitamins it needs. I'm not reading all that. Holy shit. You guys can go read that if you want to. It's on my page. From Evan Luthra. Well, I wanted to look at his little photo, but it's not pulling it up. Hurry up! What are you doing? Am I online right now? Being super slow. Why are you being slow? Anyways. Iran's water reservoir claim just got more substantial. The CEO of the regional water company says U.S. strikes hit his facilities, knocking out drinking water across an entire district. I think it was going to affect like 20,000 people, somewhere in there. Water and wastewater chief Abdul Hamid Hamzapour identified the two destroyed reservoirs as 500 and 2,000 cubic meter tanks supplying the Wamani district and the city of Kahisak, with distribution now halted to every village in the area. If accurate, thousands of civilians lost their water in a strike aimed at a military coastline, and Tehran now holds exactly the story it wants the world reading as it weighs its response. Let's see, we also got some of these stories I didn't even cover. Is that the same stuff? No. Show me something different over here. That's alright. I'll kind of blend in today's news with the past few days. I think I already covered that a few days ago. People are knocking down these flock cameras. I'm sure you're starting to see them pop up throughout your cities and forest areas, it seems like. They're putting them just about everywhere. I'm joking about the forest part, but maybe in a forested road. Sometimes you see them on a random back road now. I'm just kind of like, okay, that's weird. Why is that even there? Kind of makes you wonder, like, are they tracking specific people? Are they strategically put out for certain people or certain bad people? I don't know. It just makes you wonder, what is the strategy with the placement of some of these? I've actually seen them in people's yards, too, believe it or not. So I guess this is partially a civilian-pushed agenda to some degree, because, I mean, if they're going to be in people's yards, then that owner obviously gave that, you know, that permission. But yeah, I also played a video the other day where you had like Gen Z going around like bagging the cameras. They weren't destroying it, you know, they were actually being kind of smart. They would climb the poles and they would put like a plastic bag over the camera portion of things. So yeah, just, I don't know. I'm not telling anybody to go out and do that, obviously, but if you are going to do that, at least be smart. You know, like wear a mask or something. Like I said, I'm not telling you to go and do it. I'm just telling you if you're going to do it, at least be smart about it. Like, I don't know, cover your eyes too. Like, I don't know, just don't even cover, don't show your skin color. Okay? Be smart. Tucker Carlson accuses forces of pressuring Trump on Iran strikes. Let's see what this is. I'm not watching all of that. That's 82 minutes. Screw that. Let's see. Vladimir Surovov. It bears repeating that right after 10-7. Tucker Carlson bleated that, yes, it's horrible. Bleated? Is that a word? Bleated? It's not a word I use often. But it doesn't affect America, so who cares? Ignoring the several dozen American citizens killed, he claimed to be American only, and said that who's... Bro, are you like Russian or something? I think he is. I'm just gonna play the video. He's speaking weird, that's why I'm just like, what? Bleeding? Bleeding? Is that a word? Is that a word that I don't know? I'll learn a new word every single day. It's so crazy.
Iran, which is bombing Arab countries and destroying Arab countries, is more popular in some Arab countries than it was at the beginning of the war. Now, how could that be? Well, because Iran has taken a clear position on the murder of Palestinian civilians, particularly in Lebanon, but not just Lebanon, in the West Bank and Gaza also. Iran has tied its ceasefire negotiations to a ceasefire in Lebanon. Now, that's not something that resonates with most Americans, like who cares? But in the Middle East and in the entire rest of the world, really, which is watching this, watching Israel destroy Lebanon for reasons that are not clear at all, murder Christians wholesale in Lebanon, destroy Christian villages, bomb Beirut, not a traditional Hezbollah stronghold. Why are you bombing Beirut? Unclear. But it's happening, and the rest of the world is watching carefully because Lebanon is a country a lot of people have been to, probably the most beautiful country in the world, with some of the most sophisticated people in the world. It's not Yemen, it's Lebanon, it's on the Mediterranean. And the rest of the world is watching this in horror, and no one's doing anything about it. The United States is abetting it. The United States is helping it happen, despite what they tell you. Those are American weapons and weapon systems being used to murder Christians in Lebanon. Who is doing something about it? Iran. Hate to say that. Wish that weren't true. Wish it didn't fall to Iran to do something about this, but it has, and they are. And they're doing more about this than any other country, including ours, including any of the Gulf states, sorry. Because they are tying the reopening of the strait, which the world wants, to an end to Israeli bombing and murder in Lebanon. So in the eyes of the region, whatever people hate about Iran, and there's a lot that the Arabs hate about Iran, they are uniquely standing up for the Palestinians. The mass murder in Gaza, the genocide in Gaza, and history will record it as that, it is genocide. It is a state policy to eliminate a people and transfer them out of a land. It is genocide by any definition. Is the biggest thing that is happening at this point in history. It is the biggest thing. It is the thing about which the most will be written going forward. How did the rest of the world watch this and do nothing? How did the United States back this? How did the United States become the only country on the planet, other than Israel, to approve of this genocide? These are questions normal people will ask fairly soon. They're asking them now. And Iran, for all of its many faults as an American, it's painful to admit this, has tried to do something about it. So long term, that doesn't hurt Iran, whatever their motive for doing that. That does not hurt Iran. That enhances Iran as a state.
Sorry about the fuzzy connection tonight, y'all. Oops. Sorry about the shitty host, too, that keeps screwing things up. I'm just kidding. What is this? Let's see what else we got here from Tucker Carlson real quick. I'm not reading all this. I need to get me an AI to read all this stuff. I'm not reading all these long-ass posts that people post.
Iran has taken a clear position on the murder of Palestinian civilians, particularly in Lebanon, but not just Lebanon, in the West Bank and Gaza also. Iran has tied its ceasefire negotiations to a ceasefire in Lebanon. Now, that's not something that resonates with most Americans, like who cares? But in the entire rest of the world, really, which is watching this, watching Israel murder Christians, destroy Christian villages, bomb Beirut, and the rest of the world is watching this in horror, and no one's doing anything about it. The United States is helping it happen, despite what they tell you. Who is doing something about it? Iran. Wish it didn't fall to Iran to do something about this, but it has, and they are, and they're doing more about this than any other country. How did the United States become the only country on the planet, other than Israel, to approve of this genocide? And Iran, for all of its many faults, as an American, it's painful to admit this, has tried to do something about it. Iran has taken a clear...
Trying to do multiple things in the background. Trying to fix this connection. Trying to keep y'all entertained. Hopefully y'all read that, because I'm not reading it. Let's talk about UFO bunkers. We're going into the abyss tonight, y'all. Just a little bit.
No doubt whatsoever, Jesse, that there is a deep underground military bunker that was built in the 1950s under Secret Mountain. That's what it's called. It's the hilarious thing. It's somebody's secret joke. It's called Secret Mountain.
Unbelievable.
Near Sedona. It's within 5-7 kilometers of Sedona. And more importantly, there's a place called Secret Canyon where there's allegedly a portal, some kind of interdimensional portal. And I thought all of this was just crazy nonsense. But there are incredibly brave and super, super interesting people, Jeremiah Horstman and his wife Alexandra particularly, who live in Sedona. And they've been doing some really clever on-the-ground research. And one of the things we did, a lot of the stuff we got, as so often happens, you can't put it in the story because you can't get these people to go on camera. But there was a number of people who would privately admit that they'd been walking in what is public land, public parkland, and they'd be stopped by men with guns, men in uniform, with automatic weapons, clearly highly trained elite soldiers, probably tier 1 operatives from the way they moved. And they would basically order people, go away or we will kill you. No mucking around. And there are sightings, numerous sightings of what we saw. I saw it with my own eyes. I was told that the best time of night is around about 1:30 in the morning. And if you looked at a particular place over Secret Mountain, you would see this big orb being escorted by helicopters rising from behind Secret Mountain. So I was skeptical, but we went out with a local lady, Melinda Leslie, who has some good quality military-grade night vision goggles. And we watched at 1:30 in the morning. And sure enough, up comes this beautiful golden orb, gigantic. It pulses, it's plasmatic. It slowly moves off. And the way it moved, you couldn't tell if it's because it got smaller or whether it went so fast that it just disappeared so quickly, but it just disappeared. And they were being escorted by military Black Hawk helicopters. Dozens of them. I mean, the helicopter fuel bill alone for the evening that we're watching them must have been somewhere between $50,000 to $100,000. Somebody is paying huge money to operate orbs with no visible means of propulsion over Secret Mountain in Sedona. And it's funny because one of the people told us that if you want to hide something, you hide it in plain sight. And that's the best way to describe what's going on in what I think is happening in Sedona. And
do you think that's NHI, non-human? Do you think it's man-made?
Okay. I mean, there are allegations that that base is NHI. I've had people who are psionic tell me that they've detected NHI in that area.
Sedona is also a strange place. It's a place everybody says, when you go, weird stuff happens.
Yeah, no, it does. And I never expected to see such overt displays of obviously anomalous technology in company with obviously military-style aircraft.
And you show footage, which is amazing. And then you also show all these sort of logical fallacies of the cover story where it's like, I think there's like a contract between Northern Arizona University, but like none of the professors ever show up.
No, and it's funny because what we're talking about is the Bradshaw Ranch.
Yes.
And there's allegedly a portal in the Bradshaw Ranch that was seen by the former owner of the ranch, Linda Bradshaw. And she actually took photographs of it. And it opened up in a particular area of the ground around that ranch, which just so happens to be the area that's fenced off. And we noticed that there is a tower in the middle of that area. This is supposedly a deserted ranch. There's nobody there. There's no electrical power. And there's solar panels on this post that has a camera. Now, if you're protecting the security of what is supposedly an academic research institution, you have the camera pointed out so that you can see people coming from the outside.
Yeah.
But you know where the camera's pointing?
Where?
It's pointing exactly at the point where Linda Bradshaw says she saw the portal. And then the other thing we noticed when we were there, and this was picked up by my friend Paul, who's an Australian ground-penetrating radar operator. He heard a humming. And he kicks a bush aside, and there's this gigantic three-phase power box with a cable definitely going into the ground.
Whoa.
Three-phase power, and it's humming. And then we walk a bit further around, and there's another one. And there's massive amounts of electrical power going into the ground under Bradshaw Ranch. And we didn't put this in the feature-length film that we put to air on primetime, but it runs in the full-length interview with Paul, my friend. He did a ground-penetrating radar check on the road around Bradshaw Ranch, and we found a 50-foot wide reinforced steel concrete, highly visible on ground-penetrating radar, literally just under the ground.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm in no doubt whatsoever it's there.
Can you get down there?
No. I mean, I was half tempted to get a shovel and start digging.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, the other thing we learned about was there's an egress point into this whole secret facility called the Clarkdale Cement Plant. And the weird thing about it is it's nowhere near Secret Mountain. It's halfway between two mountain ranges. But if you run a direct line between those two mountain ranges and put it through Bradshaw Ranch where we know there's a tunnel, or at least we picked up the tunnel, and if you match the walls of the tunnel with where it goes directly to the Clarkdale Cement Plant. And one of
the economic side in terms of what we've done. And a big mistake that the Iranians made was attacking their GCC neighbors, their neighbors in the Gulf, because we had many very good allies who maybe weren't completely transparent with us on the money, Iranian money that was in their banking systems, all of a sudden became very compliant in terms of being willing to turn over accounts or help us freeze, block accounts. And then the third part was the incredible blockade. I really think it's the economic blockade of funds and the physical blockade of the ships not going in or out of the Iranian ports. Karga Island is shut down. That's their big oil loading facilities, and that means that they're going to have to start taking down the wells soon.
Now, a lot of people have asked me recently.
The economic side in terms of
Dark money and alien tech re-engineering. This is from the, I guess, probably the first real public disclosure that we've ever really had, from public officials at least. I mean, I assume that's kind of what this is this week. It's pretty historical if you ask me, but at the same time, it's not as big and blown up as you would assume it might be. But either way, let's enjoy it while it's here, I guess, even though even the war kind of ruins it a little bit, but I don't know.
Rick Burleson, moments ago, he's on the forefront on the transparency push. Congressman Burleson, thanks for being back with us tonight. We appreciate it, sir. So let's start here. Who has these NDAs that you talk about, and why do they need to go?
Yeah, we've had a lot of people that have served our country. They've signed these non-disclosure agreements, meaning that they can't talk about subjects, and that's mostly a good thing. But when it comes to the topic of UFOs, UAPs, I think this is a topic that one has to question whether or not the intelligence or any kind of intelligence about intelligent life outside of this planet should be kept a secret. And so I think that the president has done an amazing job, and his administration is doing great work in releasing these files. But I think if they're going to get the answers that they're looking for, they're going to have to have people come forward, and a lot of these people have signed non-disclosure agreements.
Who are they? Who are they? Not with names, but sort of what kind of folks?
Yeah, so it's people, whether they worked in the CIA, worked for the Department of War, under military intelligence, from all facets of intelligence. And anytime someone is briefed in on a topic that is of any kind of security level, they've signed a non-disclosure agreement.
Huh. You were there on the steps with your colleagues who have been sort of at the front line of this. And one of the things that got my attention was Congressman Jared Moskowitz, a Democrat from Florida, other side of the aisle politically, but fighting for all this alongside you. Here's what he said, and then we'll pick it up on the other side.
We know about these advanced technology programs. We know they come out of Area 51. They did when we went to kill Osama bin Laden with an advanced technology helicopter that Congress never funded. There's trillions of dollars missing at the Pentagon. Where does that money go?
That caught my attention, Congressman, and I know that Republicans have often talked about waste, fraud, and abuse, right? Especially, or even within the Pentagon. How do you sort of square, okay, maybe we're sort of mismanaging some money with the possibility that it's being used for UFOs or UAPs? Do you believe that that's where some of the money is going?
Yeah, I absolutely do. In fact, I just left a hearing. It's still going. It's the DOGE Subcommittee of Oversight, chaired by Representative Tim Burchett. And we had people from the Office of Inspector General. We were discussing the fact that the Department of War hasn't passed an audit ever. And they don't plan to until at least the year 2028, which is just totally unacceptable. We discussed the fact that there's times where they spend $1,500 on a coffee cup. And we've all heard about the expensive hammers and toilet seats that they buy. So where is that money actually going? And I think that that's what we were getting to the bottom of, is how do we really change the way we audit the Department of War and their expenditures to make sure that what they're purchasing is actually on the up and up.
I hear you. Let me leave you with this. The next release from the Department of War and the files, potentially here in the coming days. If there is a next release, what do you expect from it?
What I'm hoping that we see in the next release is more than blurry photos and videos from drones. I'm hoping that we get some archived information, some historical record documents. Particularly, what I've noticed is that the CIA is noticeably absent, the amount of material that is coming out of the CIA. So I would hope that we're seeing some action there, and also from the FBI. And I know that the FBI does have in its possession videos of some of these fiery glowing orbs that have been accounted for in those records. But I think the biggest smoking gun that has been released so far are the transcripts of the people that are U.S. persons, the senior intelligence officials that encountered glowing objects, glowing orbs. So and I've seen the videos that back that up.
Is it your belief then that the CIA is hiding something, or are you not willing to go there yet?
I'm not willing to go there, but I just think it's noticeable that of all the files that have been released, the Department of War has been aggressive in releasing their documents and their images and videos, but we're not getting that from the CIA yet. Hopefully they will, they'll start performing better.
Congressman Eric Burleson, we'll talk to you again soon, as you know. Thanks for being with us tonight. Always appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
Homelessness program in Los Angeles, and they conclude that the agency lacked sufficient financial controls and safeguards of your taxpayer dollars. We get details tonight from correspondent David Spot. Good evening, David.
Actually, good evening to you. As of just a few hours ago, the Trump administration will no longer pay tens of millions of dollars in taxpayer money to fund the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, known as LAHSA, while this federal investigation is underway. According to a 13-page letter first obtained by Fox News, LAHSA has received nearly $1 billion from housing and urban development since 2021. The letter goes on quickly to point out that Los Angeles County has withdrawn funding for the agency and that the city of LA is considering the same. The letter says, quote, HUD has evidence that LAHSA's repeated false statements and its irresponsible actions and failures, including its lack of financial management, internal controls, and safeguards against conflicts of interest, pose a threat to HUD, the public, and those living on the streets of LA. There are an estimated 43,000 homeless people living in Los Angeles. The overall issue became a central focus of the city's mayoral race, with runoff candidates Mayor Karen Bass and progressive challenger Nithya Raman both criticized over their handling of the issue. This is all part of the administration's anti-fraud task force. We reached out to LAHSA for comment, but I've yet to hear back. And Mayor Karen Bass put out a statement in the last few minutes, said that she...
we were told they were going to release those files.
If everyone thinks you're dead, what do you care if you use the same email? A YouTuber named Rusty Shackelford flew a drone over Little St. James, and there's someone in one of the side-by-sides who leans forward and looks up at the drone, and that person looked like an older gentleman with gray hair. No one's going to think you're alive. And even if I came forward and I said, he's alive, he's on over Little St. James, and there's someone in one of the side-by-sides who leans forward and looks up at the drone, and that person looks like an older gentleman with gray hair. No one's gonna think you're alive. And even if I came forward and I said, he's alive and he's on that island, people would laugh at me. No way, man. No way. We started the reward pool and put in 40,000 of our own money. Build a reward pool big enough, it becomes expensive to stay silent. There are some post-life signals that are interesting. You brought up the Fortnite one. I am not convinced that the official Fortnite position is anything but part of the cover-up. I could be wrong. I'm not gonna hold on to that one too tight. Maybe. He had another gaming account that went live called War Thunder under the email that he had. I don't know anything about War Thunder, but the email he had, jeevacation@gmail.com, I believe it is. There's receipts and things like that. There's activity on that email afterwards. That's very interesting. If everyone thinks you're dead, what do you care if you use the same email? Your files aren't coming out. No one has access to your Gmail. So those are intriguing. And then the most intriguing for me is there's a YouTuber named Rusty Shackelford, and he flew a drone over Little St. James. And he got like 2 hours of footage. 4K, it looks like, great resolution. And as he flies around, he brings the drone over roughly the middle of the island-ish, and there's some side-by-sides sitting there. And the drone is positioned above these side-by-sides, and there's someone in one of the side-by-sides, in the driver's seat, who leans forward and looks up at the drone, and then goes back in that side-by-side. And that person looked like an older gentleman with gray hair that met my threshold of this should be looked at. This is post-death. Let me tell you something about that island because I've been to it. If you wanted to hide somewhere, these intelligence people will hide in plain sight. It wouldn't be a bad option, especially if you have to clean up some loose ends with your computers or technical infrastructure. No one's going to think you're alive. And even if I came forward and I said, he's alive and he's on that island, people would laugh at me. No way, man. No way. So it's not an unsafe place, particularly because you can stay there with extreme privacy. And the only way that you wouldn't have privacy is if someone has an aerial shot of you, which seems really unlikely, but this guy did. He flew this drone over, and you can watch this footage on Rumble. It's been taken down all over the internet, but it's still up on Rumble as of today. Who knows if it'll still be up, but I'm sure people have preserved it. You can look and make your own decision. This is post-death and pre-AI, which meets our criteria. If it's after he died and before the introduction of large language models, which can edit images, all right, we'll put that in. So you take all of these now in totality, from the passport, the conditions in the jail cell, the trust, the escape plan, the condition of the body when he is wheeled out on the gurney, and walk your way all the way down. And then post-life signals that carry some weight. The option with the fewest problems of the three is that he left that cell alive. And he left that cell alive. We want proof of life.
Do you think you'll ever find out?
We're going to try. And here's how we're going to do it, and are doing it. So Alex, my co-founder, and I work for Rewards for Justice. It's the federal government's rewards program for information about the who's who in the national security world of bad guys. It's a very effective program. Put out $5 million for Bob Bad Guy. Say that you took a different path in life and you're Sean Ryan and you run a terrorist network. And everyone that's in your staff here is part of your terrorist network. And then you wake up one day and you see on the news that there's $5 million reward for information about the location of Sean Ryan. What are you worried about?
A lot of things.
Yeah. You're worried about everyone that knows your eye color, your plate numbers, where you bed down. It creates incentives for betrayal within your network. It also restricts your freedom of movement and closes your horizons.
My connection.
You can't travel anymore.
Tonight, yo.
Can't be on planes. You can't be jet setting. You can't be driving around past marketplaces, going to see your associate friends. It makes the enemy adjust their TTPs. We don't have $5 million, but we do have is a lot of people that are mad about this. And we started the reward pool and put in 40,000 of our own money. People are contributing to this reward pool. If we're wrong, and I'm willing to be wrong, in fact, I would prefer to be wrong. I take no satisfaction in being right about this. If we're wrong, every dollar in that reward pool goes to Ben's organization. We fight monsters to help people in trafficking and addiction. Every dollar. If we're wrong, we can't prove it. But if we're right, that reward pool will grow and grow year over year as a long-term commitment to justice and truth. And incentivize people to come forward. And if people have proof of life, we want direct observational evidence, not open source. I mean,
Did I play it twice?
Ben is doing the open source side.
I don't know. I'm going to pause it right there. I'm getting bored with it. He also goes into, like, why can't we trust any of the information that's being put out right now and blah, blah, blah. Makes some other good points, but he's just kind of slow to get into it. I'm going to move on. Alien bases now.
When this began to come to public light was due to the efforts of a man by the name of Paul Benowitz. Benowitz, who worked for a company called the Thunder Corporation, began in his investigations to be harassed by government agents, but also he began to get very unusual readouts on his computer. And Benowitz actually claims that he was in contact with some form of alien intelligence that was coming to him from a computer that claimed to be based inside the Dulce Archuleta Mesa. Benowitz had flown over the mesa and actually came up with a map of the various entrances for where the saucers could come and go from out of the mesa. Now, subsequent investigators have found 2 engineers who claim to have actually built the place in 1953. We interviewed 14 eyewitnesses who claimed that they went under hypnosis. These were women. A number of the women had little children as well who were also abducted along with them. But in this investigation, these 14 eyewitnesses who claimed to have been abducted claimed to have actually been inside the mesa. There's also a sort of legendary figure, a fellow who was called Thomas C. This fellow Thomas C. supposedly worked as a security guard inside the base and escaped in the late 1970s with a videotape that was 6 minutes of a security camera that basically ran back and forth over a large hall in which there were these ambionic sacks where there appeared to be actual aliens in the sacks and unusual devices on the walls. So the explanation behind this was that in 1953, supposedly some sort of deal was struck between the United States government and this particular group of aliens. We don't know which bunch. Supposedly they're from Zeta Reticuli. And that in 53 we allowed them to have certain underground bases in which they could do certain types of genetic experimentation and energy experimentation in league with the U.S. military. And that in 1953 the Dulce Mesa was put together. That in 1979 a disagreement took place between the United States government and said aliens. The Dulce base reportedly was set up to be between 7 and 12 levels. That eyewitnesses have said or stated to us that the base was approximately about 450 feet down because they were taken inside elevators when the ships would land, when they would take the people that were being abducted in the back way. Usually the ships would come down the vents and come into a large hangar area, but a number of the abductees described being taken in a back way and down an elevator and then down some stairs. That this thing was supposedly 450 feet below ground and that it seemed to extend out with a power source at the center. When this disagreement occurred between the U.S. military and the aliens because the aliens had basically gotten farming rights to this planet in exchange for nothing more than a few Model Ts, in essence a couple of saucers that they gave us to take apart and figure out how they work and what have you. They apparently gave us the code to breaking the human genome or the human RNA DNA structure, which then allowed us to be able to do all kinds of genetic engineering and crossbreeding human beings with animals and different types of animals, which was supposedly what was going on in concert with the Los Alamos Atomic Energy and Genetics Research Lab in Los Alamos, New Mexico. That when the disagreement occurred, the military insisted on certain types of weapons. The aliens themselves then said, no, we're not going to give you weapons, we'll give you the ships, but we're not going to give you the weapons. The military supposedly at the same time broke into a number of different underground levels, which the aliens had kept secure into themselves and somewhat secret from their military partners. And then when they broke into these levels, they found the levels were just strewn with bodies of either misbegotten genetic experiments or human beings that they didn't want to put back and had bled dry and thrown down into these underground levels. The U.S. military then said to the aliens, get out of our bases, get off our planet. The aliens supposedly then said, oh yeah, make us. We then sent in a Delta Force team to try to get them out. 66 Delta Force members died. The scientists supposedly were then there. Now let me tell you, as far as what we did as far as Dulce goes. Now, we wanted to come up with abject physical proof that an alien base actually existed. Well, how exactly do you do that? We figured out a way to actually ultrasound the Dulce Mesa. We took things up to the Mesa to see if we could find specifically a power source. So myself, Jim Delatoso, Joe Randazzo all went to the Dulce Archuleta Mesa. Now what we were looking for was electrical outputs, and we wanted to see how our sound or our sonic would interact with any sort of electrical outputs that were coming from inside the Mesa. But the actual blocks that you're about to see are the various areas where we placed transceivers that were hooked up into 9-volt batteries that we buried into the ground that were pulsing this sonic tone. Also, Dr. Delatoso found a way to run the sound through a synthesizer by running a number of tones up and down and then recording them on DAT tape. Right here he's showing the exact area of frequency as to how far out the ultrasounds went. Right here you can see the area of dispersion of what we were zeroing in on. So this area right in through here is the area that you can see that was ultrasounded through the test. Now remember, one of the things that we were searching for is we were searching for a source of electric or electromagnetic energy and a penumbra to that electromagnetic energy as well. A lot of the contactees and abductees had said, well, the abductees specifically had stated that they had witnessed a central power source inside the Mesa itself. The vertical lines that you see on the side are the rock faces, but you see that big red glow right in the center? That, folks, is an atomic reactor right in the middle. This atomic reactor is approximately, once again, 450 feet down. The structure itself is about 250 feet high. The green penumbra that you're seeing that runs from either side, which could have shown literally a tunnel or some sort of causeway or railroad system that runs lower to the left. The green flat areas that you were seeing would be indicative of levels or electricity that was being wired throughout a number of levels. So we discovered, in essence, an atomic pile underneath the Dulce Archuleta Mesa that was military standard, that seemed to have levels, that seemed to have a causeway or a railroad system running through the base, exactly like everybody said.
Radin links Christianity to suppress psychic genetics on Joe Rogan. I don't remember seeing that part in the video, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't see this part. Let's see what he says. Oh, the church was killing people with psychic abilities, he says.
Imagine how this society would work if there were no secrets.
Don't you think that technology is eventually taking us in that direction?
Yes, but it's not going to be Neuralink. It's not going to be brain computer stuff. It's going to be the real thing.
So you think technology will aid us in achieving the real thing?
Yes.
How so?
Okay, so one day we're talking to Gary Nolan. Gary says, have you ever looked at the genetics of highly talented people? There's a lot of folklore out there that there are people who are psychic who come from psychic families. And then there are people who don't have anything psychic and don't have anybody talking about psychic stuff. That suggests genetics. So this was a couple of years ago. We decided to do an experiment that we call PsyGenes. We're looking for the psychic gene, more likely a polygenetic trait, but nevertheless, something about genetics. So we do an experiment where we recruit 3,000 people using the internet who say that they're psychic from psychic families. And then we do all kinds of vetting to make sure that they are who they say they are, and they have some talent, and we get their DNA. We only had enough money to find, out of the 3,000 people, 13, because we also did face-to-face interviews to make sure they weren't nuts. So we get their DNA, then we find matched controls, and we do standard methods of comparing the two sets of genomes. And so we found something that we didn't expect, which was that the psychics were all so-called wild type. They didn't have any unusual things happening in their DNA. The controls had a significant effect in an intron sequence. So when you have DNA, it's billions of base pairs. Only about 50,000 of them produce proteins. It's called the exome. It's the portion that creates our body. It's that stuff. All of the rest of it used to be called junk DNA because they didn't know what it did. It's the intron sequence. It's the thing between the genes. That now we know is the epigenetic portion. It's the portion of the DNA that turns genes on and off. These controls had a mutation in their intron sequence. So they were turning something off. We still don't know exactly what it is, but something about their makeup was turning off psychic sensitivity. And so one of the people on our project was a specialist in the genetics of societies. Different societies have different genetic makeup. And he found that, to our surprise there too, that countries that were exposed to Christianity, the longer they were exposed, the more this intron sequence was there, the mutation. We started thinking, well, how does that make any
Once again, I apologize for my internet tonight. I already reset it earlier.
And suddenly we understood.
I'm kind of confused.
The Inquisition had systematically looked for people over hundreds of years who had these abilities, and then they killed them. And so you think about this is a non-evolutionary method, but nevertheless a pruning of a portion of humanity. So they were getting rid of people who had this, and what were left over were people who had this no psychic stuff at all. So, yeah, so it's like a eugenics in an opposite direction, where they weren't trying to pull people for talent, but get rid of the talent. And you can see it in the genome.
And this is directly connected to the Inquisition? Because so the Inquisition, this is... What were they, like, who were they targeting specifically?
They were targeting witches. So the witches were once, I mean, an awful lot of innocent people were caught up in that as well. But people who were known as healers, who people who had precognition. And of course, the church at the time was just concerned that somebody's going to come along that's going to attract our followers away from us. So magic was okay within the church. Within the bounds of the church, if a priest is anointed in a certain way, they can do magic. The whole ceremony of the Eucharist is a magical practice. It's okay. Outside of the church, it was not okay. And so it was a very heavy-handed way of ensuring that the power would remain in the church.
So by enforcing their Christian ideology, they eliminated anybody that had any alternative powers or visions or anything weird, any other kind of practices.
Yeah. And so the case of the Catholic saints is very interesting. Like Joseph of Cupertino is said to have levitated and also to do bilocation, very psychic things. He was lucky in a sense that he was already a priest. Lots of people, thousands of people saw him levitate. And he made, basically a deal was made with the Inquisition that you now need to go to this place out in the middle of nowhere and don't show this anymore to anybody. Because we don't.
So when you say he could levitate, like how high?
There are stories of him levitating 30 feet.
Sometimes drifting into the rafters of churches in front of astonished crowds, and even Pope Urban VIII.
Yeah.
You could read more about it in his extraordinary life through Franciscan media.
Yeah, St. Teresa.
The patron saint, go back, often called the patron saint of air travelers.
Yeah, why not? Right, we're all levitating.
That is the most famous levitator in Catholic history. So there's other levitators?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a book called...
How come nobody can do that now?
There are stories that people can do it now, but so far in the laboratory we haven't been able to see this. So there's a book called...
Stop, please. Go back. This one, St. Teresa of Avila, a Spanish mystic who famously recorded that her levitations occurred unexpectedly during states of deep spiritual rapture.
I don't know why the President of the United States feels the need to keep going to left-wing reporters.
1 second, I want to finish that.
Sensation as a violent force, lifting her up from beneath her feet, and infant force, lifting her up from beneath her feet, and unexpectedly during states of deep spiritual rapture. She described the sensation as a violent force, lifting her up from beneath her feet, and was so embarrassed by it that she instructed fellow nuns to physically hold her down. Whoa.
Yeah, dozens
Francis
of
of Assisi. But it's like, do it now. Why do you think people don't do it now and film it on their iPhone?
Some people would say that they do, but nobody believes
And
them.
talking about
Because
confidential
CGI
conversations he
and
has
AI.
with the Prime Minister of Israel. And I don't know why he keeps bashing the Prime Minister of Israel, who's trying to protect his country and his own people. Just a few weeks ago, their fighter jets were fighting right alongside ours. The Mossad was working with the CIA. And of course, the Prime Minister was working with the President in what was a spectacular military operation. I know the President is deeply desperate for a deal. The Iranians know he's deeply desperate for a deal. The whole world knows he's deeply desperate for a deal. Got it. But the problem is the state of Israel is in the neighborhood. And when Hezbollah is shooting thousands of missiles into the state of Israel and tens of thousands of drones since the ceasefire 9 weeks ago on April 8th, and Israel's told it can only fight a defensive war, and Israel's told to stay away from Beirut, even though the head of the snake is right outside of Beirut, and even after signing a so-called peace deal with the Lebanese government, which is a government that wants peace with Israel but has nothing to do with Hezbollah and cannot control Hezbollah, and then when they fight to push Hezbollah back because they've now had to depopulate the northern part of the country, it's a tiny country. I want you to think of New Jersey, and the top 20-25% of New Jersey has to be pushed back, hundreds of thousands of people depopulated. And then they're told they can only fight so much to stop it. The hypocrisy of our country that wouldn't put up with it in the treatment of that country is ridiculous. In fact, we don't ask any other country to do that. None.
I meant to show this video
So why the constant beating up of Netanyahu? He wants to defeat the regime in Iran. We do not. We've decided not. We've decided, at least for now, maybe next week it'll change, we're not going to use our military to enforce anything except if they take action against us. So obviously, if you're the Israelis and they're firing weapons into your country and you want to take action, we would do exactly the same thing, would we not? Even more.
So much damn content.
So Iran's figured this out. So they fired 11 ballistic missiles into Israel. Ballistic missiles that can blow a city block off the face of the earth. The size of school buses. Each one carries 2,000 pounds. So Israel prepares to fight back, and they get a call telling them they shouldn't. But if they do, to be very limited about it. So they go in and they hammer the hell out of them. And they want to finish the job, but they're pulled back by us. They're told, no, you come back. You want to be alone? You want to be the only ones? We didn't do anything much to support their effort. In fact, there was an announcement from the White House last night saying we had nothing to do with this. Our military's not involved. And I commented, well, that's nothing to be proud of. They were fighting alongside of us when we asked them to join us in our efforts. And of course, Iran sees all this. But Tyrus on Fox on the 5. I've only talked to him once, I think, for a book interview, Mr. Producer. We've had him on. Very nice man. Actually, really sharp. And about an hour ago on Fox the 5, he said this. Cut 21. Go.
Iran they're telling us to be like the America they've had dealt with for decades. They're looking at how Afghanistan, well, maybe when America leaves, they'll leave us tanks and helicopters too. We just have to wait this out. I think a lot of in America, it's easy for us to say, oh, this what's going on over there is, but the people who live in Israel, this is their front yard and their backyard. And they see, and it's hard to hold it against them and their government against them. Like, they can finally end this. Iran's best friend in this whole situation is President Trump, because he's the only one consistently saying, hey, we're going to come to the table. Iran shoots at a ship. Okay, cool. We'll just blow up the guys who did it, but we're still willing to be at the table. If President Trump said, you know what, Israel and a lot of the Kuwait and a lot of the places that Iran fired at, he said, you know, you guys handle it, there would be no more Iran. It would be completely, Iran's best friend in this situation is the United States, because they're the only one who can say to Israel right now, say, hey, stop firing. And that's a lot to ask a country after, forget just October 7th, look, forget the national worldwide campaign against them. This type of stuff we've seen here in America and our college camps all around the world. So I sympathize with Israel's need to want to be safe and free. And for us, we sit on the other side of the ocean going, well, this needs to stop. So Iran, if you have any brains left in, what did you call him again? The gay Ayatollah. Maybe it's time to put on those dance shoes and go out and serenade and call the president and get it done. Because if the president walks away from this, it's not going to be like Afghanistan. Right. Israel's coming and hell's coming with them.
Yeah, it would be a very different end.
Yeah. And so when the president did an interview on television in Israel maybe an hour or two ago, and it's pretty rough on the prime minister there, who's up for election in October, so it's very unhelpful to him. And they'll be sorry about any of these other candidates who are elected. I can trust you on that one. Trust me on that. And he said, if Israel, basically if they don't do what I tell them to do, they're going to be left alone fighting Iran. They will whip Iran's ass. And they want to destroy that regime. And they will finally give arms to the people in Iran. They won't give a damn what Turkey and Iran has to say about it. The lifeline will be whatever deal we come up with, because that deal, after the president leaves, will not be enforceable. It just won't. It just won't. So Axios and this guy, Barak Ravid is an Israeli who worked for two of the worst publications in Israel, couldn't hold his jobs there, goes to Axios, and this is the guy that receives the leaks, I guess from the Oval Office or people around the president, and who the president talks to all the time to put that information out. And you'll notice that Netanyahu hasn't gone to the press about any of the conversations. Moreover, I'm not aware that conversations are...
Sure, the president
has with any other head of state winds up being discussed in...
All right, let's get into this other video now.
The meetup.
Oh, yeah.
I interrupted you when we were talking about numbers being associated with targets, and you were expanding on actionable data. Like what was the most impressive thing to you that you saw that people achieved with remote viewing?
Do you mean from an operational sense, or
I mean, just for people listening, like what would be the most spectacular example of something that couldn't be achieved any other way?
Well, one of the things was actually admitted by President Carter way back when they found a bomber, a nuclear bomber that landed somewhere in Africa, which could not be seen from above because of the canopy of all the, and nobody knew where it actually landed.
It crashed, right?
It crashed. There was a bomb on board that they did not want anybody else to get. And so they asked one of the remote viewers. In fact, they asked several of them, but one of them specialized in location, which is very difficult for remote viewing. Like if you look at a map and you say, well, put a dot on the map of where it is, that turns out to not be very easy, even for remote viewers. But this one lady was very, very good at that. She was a dowser. In fact, she was a map dowser. So you get a big piece of blank.
You're saying dowser like those people that walk around with the stick to find water?
Yeah,
okay.
Except map dowsing is you have a blank sheet of paper, which is linked by association to an actual map somewhere. You don't want to give anything away, so you don't use a real map. Use a piece of paper which has little X's on it that map onto an actual map.
Okay.
So we asked, this lady, her name was Fran, put a mark on the map of where this bomber landed. And of course, she doesn't know it's Africa. She doesn't know anything. She does her thing, and she puts a mark on the map and says, I think it's there. And so they go there, and they find it within a couple of kilometers of that spot.
Whoa.
And so they originally go to that spot. They see natives nearby. So they asked the natives, was there anything crashing out of the sky recently? Said, yeah, something happened over there. That's where it was.
Now, what did Carter say when he spoke about this publicly?
Carter was asked a very similar question. Did you ever encounter anything really weird? So that's the example that he used.
Didn't Carter have a UFO experience
He
before?
Did. He had that as well, yeah.
And Carter was, the folklore is that Carter was briefed about something having to do with alien life, and he was so upset that he started weeping.
Yeah. Yes, I've heard those stories, yes.
What do you think about those stories?
It could well be true, yeah. I mean, so there's
Did
actually...
you ever hear a rumor of what he was told?
No, I don't know what he was told. If I had to guess, given that he was a very religious person, it probably was pushing against his religious beliefs.
Yeah.
That's what I would guess.
Well, that was the giant rumor that was going around recently, that there was going to be some big disclosure by the White House and that a bunch of pastors had been briefed about this to try to talk to their flock and get ahead of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard that, right?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
It could well be true. So I know Jacques Vallée really well. And,
he's a fascinating guy.
Yeah. And I know Gary Nolan.
Another fascinating
guy. Yeah. I've worked in circles where we've basically all known each other for a long time. And the UFO business, UAP, is very similar in some respects to the psychic side.
Most famous is an account that Robert Monroe, who founded the, Monroe Institute and so forth, that the CIA used to use sometimes as a place to conduct advanced remote viewing. Robert Monroe, in his second book, Far Journeys, I think from 1985, basically says that in the course of his astral projections, he discovered that we're living in a control system that is managed by entities who work for a demiurge that's harvesting us for what he called loosh.
Mm-hmm.
He said that we're in a loosh farm, that humans are being deliberately subjected to conditions that create extreme emotional states. Extreme suffering, misery, fear, terror, ecstasy, extreme desire, pathological impulses, and these are all being used to basically generate a form of energy that they can harvest from the human soul, including after death, where they basically juice souls for the loosh.
Argent energy. I'm just kidding.
Now,
that's from Doom.
There was also a researcher called Carla Turner.
Yeah.
Who I believe was killed, even though she supposedly died of cancer at the age of 48. The CIA has something that mimics a very fast-acting cancer. And they've used this on a number of occasions to kill prominent people, I believe also including the Shah of Iran.
Really?
Yeah.
Who else?
Do you remember Peter Jennings did this special on UFOs? Do you remember that? In the night, whenever it was that he died, shortly before his death.
Mm-hmm.
He did this huge special on UFOs for which he had recorded like days and days worth of footage with all kinds of prominent whistleblowers. And it was supposed to air on primetime television.
Is that true?
With him as the narrator. Yeah, they aired it, but what they aired excluded 90% of the material.
I didn't know that. Peter Jennings did a UFO special, including a lot of whistleblowers.
Extensive.
I had no idea.
Like, it was supposed to be like a multi-part program that would air over weeks or something. And he records this thing, gets cancer, drops dead.
Really?
Like within a year of like this program airing.
I had no idea. I didn't know about any of this.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Peter,
So
I mean,
think
he
that's
was
another,
like Walter Cronkite 2.0.
That's right. So that's another case of it.
What?
And so I think Carla Turner was killed by this. In any case, Carla Turner did interviews with a lot of experiencers, abductees, who reported the same kinds of things as Robert Monroe did in Far Journeys, where they said that we are in a control system that's being managed from out of a metallic sphere just beyond the Earth. And they describe the inside of this thing.
What?
I think, going back to our first conversation, what they're describing is the inside of the moon. That there is what we might call, using the Soviet language, a psychotronic control system, a kind of spectral technology inside of the moon, which is impinging on and manipulating humans in the afterlife state.
What?
And it's not omnipotent.
Yeah.
It's not a flawless system.
One thing I've actually flirted on the channel quite a few times before. What if the moon is a terraforming device and it's full of aliens and we were, I don't know, created? There was another video I showed another time where it said we're like made up of like 22 different species. We're like a hybrid species of several different species. I know how crazy that sounds, so that's why I play the video half the time and I don't really talk a lot, because I want people to see where I get the crazy from. These are like, well, actually, I don't know who this particular guy is. Jesse Michaels, is that who that is? Or is that who this guy is? I don't know their names. I need to look up this guy's name because he's said a few interesting things. This is one of them. And also, by the way, what he's reciting here, it seems like it's part of the Gnostic Christian belief. Gnostic Christianity. It's very interesting. He says loosh and everything. I remember an old friend of mine used this word a lot. He told me what it meant and everything. And, now I'm starting to kind of like cross my eyes because I'm just like, well, was he right? He did say that we live on a prison planet, but he also watches InfoWars, which, Alex Jones basically says the same thing. I don't know. It just kind of makes me feel better about going back to Christianity, especially in a time like this with so much uncertainty. I mean, if Jesus ends up being some divine revealer of this prison that we live in, it just makes you kind of, I don't know, makes you question a lot of things, but also just opens your imagination a little bit more to what's possible and how a lot of these older stories can blend in ways you never intended or expected them to. But I don't know. I digress. At the same time, then we also have that other video where Christians were killing people with psychic abilities and different types of abilities. Was that really for a good cause? Was it just for power? Not sure.
So it's possible to assert your free will and self-determination in the face of this system, but it's very difficult. So a lot of people have had near-death experiences, for example. They describe being pulled toward this light. It's like they couldn't resist going into the light.
Yeah.
They tried in some cases, but it was almost as if it was an electromagnet, like pulling them into it.
Sure.
And then when they go into the light, one of the most common things that's described is that people are shown their dead relatives and religious authority figures like Jesus.
Hmm. I don't know. I need to look more into that guy. All right, let's finish up with this video, and we're jumping into the game. Testing.
Don't take it from me. Some of these reports come directly out of the United States Air Force's own files. In fact, the very scientists who coined the phrase close encounters of the third kind investigated cases for the United States Air Force from 1947 to 1969, Dr. J. Allen Hynek. According to Hynek, it was cases like those that the United States Air Force desperately tried to keep secret. Because it's one thing to try and confuse the public with weather balloons and swamp gas, and another entirely different when dealing with credible reports of non-human beings on the ground. I personally investigated one such case for over 16 years. The case occurred in Varginha, Brazil in 1996 and involves dozens of first-hand reports of UAP and direct contact with living, intelligent, non-human beings who, according to multiple Brazilian witnesses, were flown out of Brazil to the United States in January of 1996. Recently, the former Brazilian Ministry of Defense, Aldo Rebelo, confirmed the incident occurred and stated, if the U.S. disclosed information on this case, then we in Brazil could do the same. Mr. President, I am respectfully requesting that you declassify and release all files related to this case and others like it. We, the people, have a right to know. Reality should not be classified. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here today. And I just want to say,
Quick update real quick. I just realized that this game has an update. It literally just now told me. Now it's acting like there's something wrong with it. I am signed in on my account. What are you talking about? 1 second. Maybe it doesn't have to update. Maybe I just need to restart the app. Anyways, I digress.
especially for the members standing behind us. As you know, this Congress, we were given permission to stand up the task force on declassification of federal secrets. Many of our colleagues did not believe in this up until really the video started coming out. And had it not been for the efforts of Representative Burleson, Burchett, Moskowitz, and the countless of other members who have backed us in this fight, you probably wouldn't see some of these files and videos that are coming out today. But it doesn't just stop here. For some time, we've been pushing for there to be legislation, whether it be whistleblower protections or the UAP Disclosure Act, and it's been time and time again stonewalled by various intelligence agencies and staff within the House of Representatives, which is why we are grateful to the administration and their effort, as well as Stephen Miller's office, in pursuing the truth, something that we all should deserve transparency on. And so our next call to action will be that we are meeting with the White House. We are requesting that whistleblowers receive temporary immunity or permanent immunity, and if they are able to divulge whether it is locations of craft and or advanced technologies. As you know, this is something that we are all wanting to know the truth on. And again, without your cooperation, we wouldn't have been where we are at today. And so thank you. I'd like to
I don't know
introduce
why
Representative Eric.
they don't allow you to play the game unless you update now. But this has happened. Oh my god. That's so irritating. I was wanting to play this tonight. I just downloaded this the other day, like a week ago, and it's already got a 2 gig update. And for some reason, it's not letting me download it. I don't know. My internet's already very shitty tonight. I don't know. Do I switch to a different game? Do I just switch over to Control? I wasn't really feeling like playing that game tonight, but I don't know. Maybe I should. It's got the same color. Uses red and white and black and blah blah blah. What other games they got? Why does all these new games I just downloaded, like I never get an update on the Xbox app, and now all of a sudden every new game that I just got has an update on it, and it says error, and it's not downloading it right now. That's so stupid, dude. I swear, like, I've noticed this happen whenever I cancel my subscription with Xbox. Like, I'll start having all these weird errors all of a sudden with all these games on Game Pass. Like, they want to keep you, like, fucking hooked into the fucking subscription. It pisses me off. It really does. I'm so sick of all these companies, man. I don't know, man. That last video where he's like talking about the loosh and everything, that sounds more accurate than anything else right now. Like, I feel like we're just constantly being fucked with, constantly messed with, and we're just being put in these weird situations to constantly, like, throw our emotions around. I mean, that's I don't know how everybody else's life is. Maybe you're living your best life. But, I don't know. It's been pretty rough for me the past few years. I don't know what it's like for everybody else. Half the time you can't even get people to talk anymore about their issues. I mean, I understand it. I don't want to talk about my issues either with other people. But it's just so weird, like, how enclosed everybody is now. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking to the wrong people. I'm also kind of an asshole now. I'll cut a lot of people off. A lot of people try to be my friend, and I'm just like, nah, man. Like, I'll start, like, figuring out things about them before I even start to know them. And I'm just like, nah, man. I'm gonna save myself a headache. So, like, why can't I close out of this app? Let me try this real quick. So now I'm irritated. Why is it not downloading? Unable to download. Why? You have no purpose. Verify you're signed in. I am signed in, you stupid asshole. What the fuck do you want? Yes, PC Game Pass, active. What the hell are you talking about? Maybe I just have to re-download all of them again. Why is it every single new game? I got 2 other new games on here, and both of them just randomly have an update on them. I literally just downloaded these the other day, and it's like, it has an error. Error code 0x803F8001. In case anybody's curious. I hate making like all these graphics for these games and then I have to play a different game. I made Luna Abyss. Made the banner and everything. Now I gotta switch to a different game. I don't even feel like playing now. I'm so tired of everything going wrong lately. This makes me so mad. I swear to God, if this war does not end, like, I've already fucking cut off the Republican Party. Democrats are also dead to me. Like, everything about it is just dead to me. I'm so irritated, I still don't even know how to fucking wrap my head around the whole situation. I'm just so pissed, I don't know what to fucking do. I'm so pissed. I shouldn't even be talking about this while I'm pissed about something else, but I'm just like, damn, dude. I expected last year to go so much better. I expected this year to go so much better, and both years have been, I don't know, kind of shitty. I'm just sick of it. I was expecting a prosperous fucking year.
Thank you all for being here today. I want to first begin by thanking everyone that's here, and I want to thank my colleagues behind me, this task force. We could not do this without the incredible leadership of Representative Luna and my colleagues on the team. We also wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the brave men and women who have come forward as whistleblowers, who have plowed that soil. We wouldn't be here without these individuals. And we also wouldn't be here celebrating the victories that we have were it not for President Trump. We finally have a leader that the American people can trust to challenge institutions that have grown far too comfortable operating without accountability. For decades, the American people have been treated like children, told that our government secrets that they don't get to know. Don't ask, don't expect answers, just trust the process. Well, the American people are done with that answer, and I'm done with that answer. Over the last 3 years, we have made more progress on this issue than at any point in modern history. We've held hearings. We've reviewed Russian and Brazilian records, including a formal FBI inquiry into the '96 Varginha incident, where witnesses alleged the Brazilian military captured non-human entities and craft and buried the truth. Today, Aldo Rebelo, who was the Ministry of Defense at the time, came forward and admitted that this event was true. We've sent targeted inquiries into MIT Lincoln Laboratories, MITRE, and every government agency that's been connected to UAP. We've worked with lawmakers across 4 continents. We sought answers on cases like Matthew Sullivan, a would-be whistleblower whose tragic death deserves far more scrutiny than it has received.
I know that about Butler. I know that Trump shut down the investigation into Butler. That is a fact. Dan Bongino told me that when he worked at the FBI. And Dan Bongino himself was terrified when I spoke to him in December. It's such a long, boring story, but basically I came into possession, I beg your pardon, accidentally came into possession of a lot of the social media posts that we were told didn't exist, that were posted by Thomas Crooks in the months and years before the shooting. And I was amazed that the FBI had lied about this. So I called Kash Patel, and I later called Dan Bongino, and I says, what is this? I'm not attacking you. It was the previous FBI administration that did this. It was Chris Wray, but what is this? And Dan Bongino became hysterical with me on the phone. I've known Dan a long time, for many years, and always gotten along with him. Whatever his faults, nice guy, certainly very nice to me. I never had a problem with Dan, ever. And that problem began when I brought this information to his attention, and he became a different person. He was clearly terrified. I didn't get it at first, but he was hysterical. And ultimately, after a long series of text exchanges, which I still have, and phone conversations, he said, look, take it up with Trump. He's the one who shut down the investigation. And that was, I think, the first or second week of December. I think it was the beginning of the second week of December. I have it written down. But that was the moment, and I realized, oh, wow, there's no good explanation for shutting down an investigation into your own attempted murder. Like, this is not what we've been told it was.
I'm tired, y'all. I am tired. Tired of this world. Not in a weird way, just tired of it. He's not speaking English. Shut up.
Primary season's picking up, and Democrats just found their dream ticket.
I'm joined today by presidential candidate Hunter Biden.
They gave me a stage. I'm going to use it. I got a lot to say.
Knee pads in the tweaker 2028. Please let it be so. Hunter fantasizes about a lot of things, trust me. But one thing he wants badly, to stick it to the Democrats who cooed his daddy. He could pull off the greatest comeback since the Knicks. Settle scores in D.C., burn it all down, and with Newsom by his side, wow.
Fucking bullshit,
There is this very powerful group of people,
What is
and
that?
they
Get
all
off
go
my
to the
screen.
same dinner party.
The fucking hell just happened? So irritated tonight. I'm just pissed because everything keeps fucking up, dude. Stupid laggy computer. It's like I'll try to click on something and it'll fucking move like across the screen somewhere weird. I hate being like this on the show, but I'm just like, I don't know. I hate not trusting our fucking president, man. I just hate everything about our fucking government. I think about it every fucking day. Literally for like my entire fucking adult life. Just bullshit, dude. Like, does anybody else want to fucking leave? Because I do. Like, who wants to put up with this bullshit? And now we got all these fucking alien stories every other fucking day. Alright, let's play this game. Wasn't planning on it, but, you know, shit happens. I think this is actually part 2, isn't it? I think I'm still having a part 1. No, I'm up to part 2, okay. How about the control apparatus? Is that a cool enough name? I'm gonna update my stream real quick, and then we'll be good to go. Not that I have to do this right now, I just feel like doing it. I'll even play you a song while you wait. What am I doing? I was wanting to play that game tonight too. Bullshit. Alright, let's see if it updated. Right. Did I spell apparatus right? I probably didn't, did I? I don't care. Screw it. Let's go. Play a new song. Artificial stupidity. That sounds fun. Alright, let's play. I'm like sweating tonight. It's been pretty hot lately. All of a sudden, it was like really cool most of spring. Then like like in the last week, it just got really hot. Maybe restart this game. Oh. Game, bro. Something weird happened to the game. 1 second. Alright, catch yourself. Whatever the hell you're doing. I don't know what my computer's doing right now. Bro, close it out. It's not even showing up on my frickin' task manager. Oh, there it is. In task. Hello. Okay, finally. Jeez. Everything's gonna screw up like 5 times tonight. I don't know what's up. I'm trying to start this game for the past like 30 minutes. Everything's being retardedly slow. Concerningly slow tonight. Frickin' brand new computer. It's already giving me shit. I don't even want a new computer anymore, man. Put all this AI and bullshit in it and it doesn't get better. It just gets slower and more like bulky and bullshit. Takes up more space. You're like, dude, this is all just like some surveillance bullshit. I had like 50 gigs on my cell phone just like randomly disappeared the other day, and I'm just like, I don't know what it was. I just know that I had this massive amount of space being taken up on my phone, and I kept on looking around on my phone. I was like, what is taking up all this space? So I started trying to delete a few things. Only delete like, I don't know, maybe 10 gigs worth of stuff, but it was like 50 to 60 gigs. And like, I don't know, here recently I just like wake up like the next morning or like, I don't know, a few days later, and it's just like all of what I don't know, everything that was taken up was just gone. It wasn't taking up 50 to 60 gigs anymore. Whatever it was, you know, I didn't delete it. Whatever it was, it deleted itself. It's kind of interesting. It's like, you ever notice like a massive chunk of your space missing on your phone all of a sudden? Maybe be concerned. What is this shit? I don't know what I'm looking at. Reset. Can I play a game tonight? Why do they keep doing that? Oh wait. Might be one reason, but let me think up to please. Please. For the love of God. It's blocking me out of my frickin' screen. Dude. Windows sucks. I feel like Microsoft is screwing with me tonight. Forgetting I can do this. Pull myself out of the window screen. Here. I can do that. I'm fighting my computer tonight, y'all. I'm just just trying to play like one working game. Alright, let me turn off my energy saver since I turned that on earlier. Sometimes I try to clear up the bugs by putting on the energy saver. I actually like my other computer better. This one's like, I don't know, it acts weird. It'll like glitch and shit. Of course, this one's more expensive. And there's some things that are better about it, but I'm fighting it and I'm enjoying it. There is also like some weird update I have to do to my computer. I keep forgetting to do. Because like it won't do it on its own. I have to like click or like go into a separate program just to like do it. Should be in performance mode right now though. Please work. I don't know, guys. I guess I'm being locked out from playing an Xbox game tonight. This is so weird, dude. I mean, I guess I could just go to a Steam game. Dude, I just like changed everything. Why are all these games not working? I'm so mad. Because I have a subscription, and I'm just like, bro, if I can't use my fucking subscription, I want fucking money back. It's not the first time it's happened either. It'll just like lock you out randomly. Like, bro, I gotta save money. I don't wanna spend my money on games. I mean, it's nice that the games are a lot cheaper. I mean, at least the ones that I buy. Oh, yeah! I won't be able to play online with you guys, but I could play some marathon. I'm not gonna play that while on stream. My connection's way too shitty to play marathon while on stream. I don't know why. I don't know. I wish they fixed things on their own. I gotta call them again. I'm so tired of people, man. Stop making me have to call you to like fix things. Like, just fucking fix it. You ever notice like when connection gets below a certain bar, like just go ahead and call yourself. It never gets below a certain kilobyte. Go ahead and call yourself. Y'all with something else. If this game doesn't play it, then I'm getting off for tonight. I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm gonna play. If you can even read the banner. I don't know what fucking part it is. Cyberpunk. Playing Cyberpunk tonight. Heart. No. CyberRAGE. That's how I feel right now. Update my stream. One more time. This is the second time I've had to update my stream. Come
on. Has since issued a public statement condemning the perpetrators' deplorable actions and promising swift retribution.
To those who raise a hand against the Arasaka family, I promise you, we will rip the hand off and pour salt in the bloody stomach.
We're not here. Try to drive again. I want to shoot. I'm trying not to shoot right now. an Ultra. What? That's not Ultra. Definitely not Ultra. Presets. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. I want to try it. Just to see what happens. Is this Ultra? 137 FPS. That's on Ultra? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I didn't know I could get 140 frames. Alright, let me out of the screen. Yeah. Really, bro? How do I get out of this? It looks wonderful. Now let me out of it, please. Please and spank you. For fuck's sake, how long is this? Dude, it's not letting me out of here. All night, every night. I don't know if y'all saw that billboard in the background. Okay, good. Everything's on high now? Hell yeah. I don't know why I think. Am I going back to the game now? Back to the main menu, really? Oh my god. I keep thinking I'm there and then I'm not.
Hello.
I think I'm on Ultra now.
You're watching WNS News.
Whoa, shit. Hello. Yeah, everything looks a lot more HD. Flare out a lot more. I'm surprised I didn't flip off it. Guess they made it harder to fall off the bike. My super bouncy tires saved me. Oh! No. We're good. Keep making all the other cars wreck. Where am I gonna go? Really? I didn't even see that road. Dude, that is not the first time I've landed here. That's so crazy. Oh wait, this is fucking good. This is the Dogtown Phantom Liberty missions. I don't want to do that yet. I'm not either yet. I don't want to do that. Delamain Cat. Oh yeah, that was like one of my favorite battles in the game, Phantom Smasher.
Feet on the sidewalk now. And I give zero shit. Back up to the city line, push-ups. These zones outside your peak. Come on, Sarah. No point, let's roll.
Welcome back. So, ready? Rogue should be here any minute.
Okay. I'm ready. About fucking time.
Look a little different. Fuss with your hair or...
It's good to be back.
Never knew you'd got off somewhere. What's your poison?
Tequila old-fashioned. Top it up with beer. And sprinkle in some chill.
Silverhead special. Been a while since anyone ordered that.
Give me another.
You got it.
I didn't say that many.
Cassius Ryder. You mean anything to you?
Tattoo guy. How do you know me?
We go back. Where'll I find him?
Got a salon in Watson, Pershing Street.
So what'll it be? Billy Goat or the other one?
Talking about.
Well?
He's talking about Billy Goat.
Other one. She's gonna love it.
Sure she will. Jeremiah Grayson. Heard he's an operator for Smasher. But you didn't hear that from me.
Hey, who are you again?
Yeah. should say we had something in common. Ruby Collins, sloppy second for Grace after I left.
I was about to say, that's a polygon ass, but it like smoothed out. It's kind of funny.
Hey! What the? Hey, drink slinger!
¡Más rápido!
Simón! Simón!
I win!
Oh, we were playing a speed game?
Left or right?
I think I got something better. Hey, you Ruby?
What? You've heard about me?
Let's get out of here. Tell you what I heard. Then you'll show me if I'm right. Just got a little biz to take care of first.
Yo! Get your fucking paws off Ruby. She ain't going anywhere with you. She's on that clock. Got it?
I need to restart the game.
Fuck, I missed this. Be waiting outside.
You waiting for me?
Let's go back to my place.
Shit, Johnny.
Where
You
to?
driving? Oh yeah, well, I am
Martin
drunk on it.
Street. But take the long way.
I can't tell if the graphics are shitty or he's just drunk.
Look good on you.
It's a little bit of both, I guess.
Got a light?
I need to restart the game. Mainly because I like played with the graphics earlier. It'd be a lot better if I did. Just one more time. I don't know why I didn't save the settings from last time, but it has been a while since I played. It always seems like if I don't play like within a month. Hello.
Oh my god! Ah!
What the fuck, bitch? Why'd she wreck? I'm just kidding. Maybe it fixed itself. Yeah, I probably need to restart it, so.
I'm gonna die.
Ruby.
Maybe I'll call.
Ruby, focus. I need to talk to Grayson. Hello, Night City.
Damn it, I think I'm stuck in a mission now.
V.
I don't think you can save if you're stuck in a mission.
Spit blood first thing every morning?
Talk about something else, please.
Sure. First time you walked out, sensed there was something familiar about you.
Blah, blah. John.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna let me save right now.
Did we... No.
No. Gong was too drunk. He called me early morning. Of course, I thought it was you. And I thought, cute kid. Too bad she's gone completely cracked.
Came to see for yourself, huh? Morbid curiosity.
Mm-hmm. And I found Johnny's silver.
Smasher. He tell you about him?
Yes. Didn't know he'd come back to MC. Johnny found some way to get at him.
Wait. Grayson?
Jeremiah Grayson. Works for Smasher. Johnny got a tip off some stripper, don't ask me how. Ebonique. Just that. Still, let me see what I can do. We're gonna get that son of a bitch.
Know what Smasher's been up to all this time?
Disappeared after the Sokka Tower assault in 2023. All thought he was gone for good. Then suddenly reappeared. Did a few Mondo jobs for Arasaka, and went right back to ground. Nobody's seen him in years. Except Grayson, apparently.
Can I help at all?
In your state? You're useless. Almost. I'll buzz you when I learn something.
Okay.
Unbelievable that bastard's somewhere in your head.
Keanu Reeves never does.
Oh, fuck.
You tricked me. You're supposed to talk to Rogue.
Did talk to her.
Stripper. Empathy brawl. Tattoo.
All required, man. Had to give Rhodes something real tonight.
Ebunike? A lead on Grayson supposed to be a lead on Smasher? Lead to lead? That's real?
Real enough for Rogue. Quit mumble whining and let's Delta.
The hell is this place?
Place where you can puke all over the carpet, no problem. Beggar, not chooser. So, feeling better?
No.
Hello. You wanted to talk?
Willing to bet nobody knows Westbrook like you do.
My husbands know Westbrook. Yes. Each of them. very high in the tiger claws. Ruled Japantown.
What did they do?
They did what made the best eddies. Gave them the most pull, sold sex and black market tech.
Talk another time, Wacko.
As you like.
Trying to open that, wouldn't open it for some reason. Is it away today? See Judy. I could jump off there.
In the bathroom!
Bird offs herself to express her undying gratitude to you for saving her
Stop
ass.
talking. I was only gone an hour. Gotta do something with her. Don't want any trouble. I'm calling the badges. Can you carry her to the bed?
As if that'll change anything.
Just like a rest or something?
Yeah, I need to report an accidental death. North side, Jackson Street. No. No imminent danger. Suicide. Tomorrow. No! Today! What part of the death don't you understand? No, she was not pronounced dead by trauma team. If she'd have had coverage, we wouldn't be talking. Fuck! You don't want to move your ass. Why don't I come down to the precinct and track it into bits? Now will you come and arrest me, you pussy? Fine, I don't give a fuck what you write me up for. They'll be here soon. Told me to keep her on ice until tomorrow. Can you believe the balls?
You know, to you, she's your best friend, so it's a terrible tragedy. But they must get dozens of calls like this every day.
What are you, the fucking PR rep?
No, just saying.
Put something on her. Rather she look like a person than a body. Did you wait outside? Close the door, V. Please. I'm a cig.
Didn't know you smoked.
Quit. It's been years. But
Right now, I need something besides air in my lungs. Please, V, just one. Fine, here. That was her smoke case. She smoked some strange boutique brand, so that's heavy. Whatever she pulled on her new face, it was down to the details. A lot of people know the real Evelyn. Who she really was? No. Nobody. Fuck, Evie. I let her down. I thought if I gave her some space, time, she'd get back on her feet. I don't know what to say. Never was any good at this stuff. No, you don't need to talk. Did more for her than anyone else. I had a motive to find her, Judy. You know that. It's what you bring that counts. You gave her the freedom to choose. Yeah, maybe. Just never imagined she'd choose this. Her condition, couldn't think about anything else. Tech-wise, she was clean. Dull Shard was operational, uncorrupted. So, psychological trauma had to be that. Did some more digging in her virtues, found Woodman. He kept her. And had his way with her. The things he did. And once he got bored, he pawned her off. I zeroed Woodman. Didn't plan on it, just how the chips landed. Glad I did. Me too. I can't even imagine. Still, it's not enough. There's so many more like him. Gotta be something I can do about it. Like what? Don't know yet. Think I'll call Suze. Thanks, V. Sorry, but I'd rather be alone now. Promise to keep in touch. Anything comes up, holler on the hollow. I'm fine.
Up my cool level. No time while driving. Gag order, landing, and attacking an enemy right after they detect you with the lid. Button smashers. I'm not gonna do it yet. Here's Elizabeth Perrella. Good hit. Gotta run. This way. That's why I told me not to go that way. Damn it, it's got the fucking motion blur on. I hate motion blur. Turn that shit off. Switch to the other menu. Turn off motion blur. Where is it? Motion blur. Turn that shit off. Never mind. How much like plainer the screen looks now. Motion blur is fucking me, man. That's probably what was fucking it up the entire time, actually. Oh shit! No! Come on, man. Really? Nobody's concerned? Nobody even asked me? My leg's broken? Why is my character acting weird? That's weird. Why is my character acting weird? I need a little bit of motion blur. It's acting weird now. Maybe I need a little bit of motion blur. I don't think it changed on me. It's ultra really. Yeah, some things are ultra, some things are not. Get on my bike. Is it broken? Is that why I can't fucking pick it up? Why? I've never had a break before. I'll get my red bike in. What's the game being all stupid all the time?
You don't know me, but you will. Your name's Steve. Deal with downtown, city side.
Me?
Yeah, I know. Heard about you. Hot stuff. Need anything, you call me. Remember, you don't know everything.
Game is acting fucked up and weird now. Hold up. I needed to earlier, but we're actually going to do it this time. Validating what? Updating? What the fuck? No way. Why is everything acting so weird? It was updating Cyberphone for a second. Now it's restarting the game now. This computer's kind of slow in the head. I thought I was getting an upgrade. Now I'm just thinking about getting a Dell. I actually do hope the Dell as a company gets a lot better. Actually compete with the Asus and all these big gaming laptop brands. They need to get on maybe there are some Dell gaming laptops I don't know about. I don't ever look into Dell, to be honest with you. Just because Trump endorsed them lately, I started thinking about it. I was like, they're still around.
WNS News.
Much better.
Are you V? Please step in the vehicle.
Okay.
Hello, V. I'm Jefferson Peralez. You've already spoken with Elizabeth, my wife.
So, what do you got for me?
Carter, let's go.
Straight to the matter at hand, huh?
I mean, guess we could chat about the weather or debate where they serve the best ramen. All the same to me, but...
Fair enough. To business it is. Elizabeth?
Well, as you're probably aware, Mayor Lucius Rhine recently passed.
We want to know how, why, whatever else is pertinent.
Far as I know, case is closed already.
It is. Of course, the police wrote it off as natural causes. Rhine passed at home due to a cardio implant malfunction.
But we're left wondering about the cyber psycho attack at City Hall a few days earlier.
The police say it was completely unrelated.
What makes you think the cops got him wrong? Got any evidence?
Shortly before Ryan passed, he made cuts in the NCPD budget. Perhaps got on someone's bad side that way.
In any case, we have the cyber psycho attack on a BD.
Our chief of security scanned it but didn't find anything out of the ordinary, so to speak. We need a Braindance editor, a real one. It's raw footage.
The Braindance. It has to be back where it belongs today, or a lot of people will be in a lot of trouble. If you agree to help, you can see it right now.
All right, see what I can do.
Excellent. We'd be happy with any find that would clarify things. Alleviate lingering doubts.
Well, what do we got here?
Question is, what are you doing here?
My brain too, isn't it?
And this time, don't go scrolling every ass you see. Eyes on the mayor. Stuff belongs to City Hall. Let's make it PG.
Who's the Hulk guy?
No idea. Those ass clowns are all the same.
They left literally seconds before the attack. Looks planned. Like it was done on purpose.
That or the psycho saw his chance and took it. Don't get paranoid on me.
That's what it was. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Like, how do I switch that other way?
Second conference in 3 days. No idea what this blitz is for. That's why I'm mayor and you're not. Now's when we need the visibility. You're spreading yourself too thin. I'll rest tonight. My room, Red Queen's race, is ready. Yes, of course. Good. Now go. Gotta practice.
Red Queen's race. Cause any intersynapse zaps?
Sure, bunch of old Brit farts and powdered wigs shouting, "Off with their heads!"
You know, you're allowed to say you don't have a clue.
Hold it! Stop right there! Slow your roll!
River Ward, NCPD. Police.
Let him in?
It's important. Gotta speak to the mayor's chief of security.
Preem, do it after the conference.
Cop one in control security.
Do it after the conference.
Probably that he was standing by to lick Ryan's butthole.
The tune. Don't recognize it.
Tune.
What he's humming.
Wouldn't call that a tune.
He's really into it. Could have chromed half the city with what he was packing.
Probably what happened. Body disappeared from the morgue, sight unseen. And then some pig got himself a new set of wheels in an ugly-ass suit.
Know that? Or just talking out your ass again?
Once you've seen all I've seen, don't need to know things to know them. People are the same everywhere.
Okay, it's coming out your ass.
Dream, do it after the conference.
Terminal crashed right as he went through the gate. Glitch was no accident.
Nah, seen stranger coincidences.
Like?
Like when you bang some chick and then her sister later, same night. And it turns out they're both sisters of God.
That really happened to you?
Nah, but it could've.
Is everything all right?
Yes. Give me a second. Changing my music.
So, any thoughts? Did you see anything suspicious? Anything at all? Or are we paranoid?
Whole thing stinks worse than Coronado Bay in July.
Huh. So suspicions confirmed. Any questions at this point?
Cop who saved Ryan. Know anything about him?
Detective River Ward. Good guy. We worked a few cases together. If you want to talk to him, I'll put you in touch.
Ward had great timing. Either has crazy good luck or had a source. Got good info. I'm gonna need some of each.
Well said.
Sending you his deeds. If you need anything else, let us know. We'll help.
Name's V. Looking into the death of one Lucius Rhine.
Wonder why you're not a cop.
Listen, I know you tried to warn Ryan about the CyberSec.
Shit.
That you'd best meet. Be their staff.
I didn't pause any of that shit, by the way. That was all the game on its own. Druggy assholes everywhere.
Nice city!
Drove off so fast. See where he was. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Damn. Oh, bike okay? Looks like they're okay. I didn't even like stop for insurance or anything. Crazy ass bitch!
Hey, watch.
Hey, wait. I didn't activate that fucking mission on the Delamain cab in Wellsprings. I mean, I will, but I don't know why it switched to that mission automatically. I didn't switch to that. I don't think I did. Probably good though. Supposed to stay quiet. Wait, you text me. Damn it! Wasn't paying attention. I was looking off at the waypoint. My hair was stuck on something. Let's keep getting farther. Oh wait, he's driving. That's why. Actually, he's going around the circle. Damn, turn. What the fuck?
Hey! Let's talk.
I'm not going back! Hear me? Never! Try to take me and I'll crush you!
Let's see who crushes who!
Fuck it off. Stop the fucking thing.
What's
Really
up, huh?
slow. How can I get in it? I think I did it. The game's being super weird. I don't have to play it on Super Ultra. I don't know why I'm doing this. I could play better if I turned it down just a notch, but at least it runs on Ultra, Super Ultra, or whatever this is. So it would run better if I turned it down like one notch. You don't need to play everything on Super Ultra. Just every other game. Damn, I'm sorry guys. That wasn't my intention. I mean, he did it. I'm gonna like drive it back or something. Where's my bike at? Are you on my bike? He's like fucking on my bike right now. I'm just gonna call another bike. I got 2 bikes. Might as well. Where is it? No. I want my other bike. Oh, I need to turn down this fucking game. It would play slightly better if it played on Super Ultra or whatever the fuck. Ray tracing medium sounds good. I don't want to mess with it. I want it off completely, honestly. Please don't crash. Something weird. It might crash, I don't know. Oh, good. Nice. It works 10 times better now. And it looks great. Oh yeah. Actually, I think it looks better. Weird. And I turned the motion blur off. Hell yeah. Can I get my fucking bike, please? I'll take anything. Just give me fucking something. Yeah, it looks better now. So weird. Why does medium look better? It's just because it runs better. That's not weird. It runs 10 times better. Ray tracing medium. Perfect for this laptop. Wait. I don't want to do that. Where's my other mission at? It's not a rogue or what the fuck her name is. There it is. How did I not call her back yet?
V? Got to the bottom of Ebenica. Flicked pings to some contacts. Grayson buzzed familiar for a friend from the olden days. He did some digging. Found something. Section of the docks that's Maelstrom turf.
So you found Grayson? You really got an in with Smasher?
Come see me. Afterlife. We'll talk.
Okay.
What's your way? This looks like more of a way than the other way. Like a super highway. I got 2 lanes. We got more lanes. They put as much traffic as my town. Sometimes the ray tracing adds a little too much light flare, if you ask me. Hey, it still looked good earlier. It's foggy now. Okay, it's actually doing that. I thought the game was fucking up for a second.
Look who we have.
Something for her too.
Minor details that...
V, Kristen Wayland. He's helping me.
Hey, V. I hear you're hunting Smasher.
Oh, he looks like Bane.
Ready? We'll talk on the way. Let's go.
Good luck.
Talk later.
Coming back later?
Maybe. Don't know. Don't wait up.
How did Wayland help you exactly?
He made sure we'll find Grayson at home when we start by.
So we know where to look for him.
Got you a little something.
Where the fuck she go?
Try it out.
Samurai jacket. Biker jacket.
Thanks. Jump in.
Finally looking half decent.
Fill it up till the stars run dry.
What'd Johnny say about me? No, you two talk all the time.
a bartender served.
Johnny talks about himself, mostly.
Right.
Sure you're up for this.
What? You getting cold feet?
No, just don't want to see Johnny haze you. Adam Smasher's his obsession, not yours.
Think so?
Just trying to play fair. Little weird you didn't run into Smasher before now.
Came up in conversation, time to time.
But, never tried to track him down.
Listen, V. The fact that Johnny's back changes things, okay?
Okay, sure. Believe me, I'd know.
We'll get back to that, I guess.
Skip the ride. Actually, I feel like taking a break. Made the inside of the cars look really good. What's that? Quandra. Quandra. She isn't like threatening everybody. Like the other drivers in the game. It's not a joke against women. It's a joke against party gaming jam. It's crazy they made like a full size.
Okay, here's as far as we go. Might be our lucky day. Drop Grayson and Smasher in one go.
Fucker's gotta be around here somewhere.
Okay, we can start.
Too many rats around. Better wait till a little darkness creeps in.
Maybe Smasher or Grayson will rear ahead.
Maybe. Don't hold your breath, though. Wouldn't be caught dead here in daylight. Okay, good as it's gonna get. Maelstrom's got the dogs covered, and you'll cover me. Come on, let's go.
She's tense. Cover her just in case.
Wait a sec, then follow me. Can you open it?
Okay.
Watch it now. data term quietly.
Have anything with the silencer?
Stay sharp!
Oh god.
A fucking nade! Heads up! I'm impressed! Seriously! scan it, see if there's anything we can use. I'll watch the door.
Now knows exactly where to find him. She's stalling. Told you, Rogue's still scared of the asshole.
It's like they're hiding out on the ship.
Okay, let's see what we turn up. Over there, to the right. There she is. The Evermeek.
Not looking so hot.
Even shade on the inside. Let's go.
Kinda hard to believe he's got his hidey hole here. Okay. Why are you even doing this?
I'm settling a score.
Avenging Johnny?
That too.
You're here! I know you
It'll be anything that the skill back when will.
Shit. Damn. I didn't realize she had done so much damage.
Okay. Why are you even doing this?
I'm settling a score.
Avenging Johnny?
That too.
Not even sorry. What's your weakling?
Fuck, you hear that?
Racing! Yeah!
No, not that. Fucker's shooting at me with my own gun. DeLorean 3516. Signature sound, I'd know it anywhere.
You're not getting out alive! Come here!
Yep, real fucking preem. Now we find and kill the bad guy, okay? Grab the gun.
Not yours, I don't think.
Grayson.
Oh my, Rogue. You and me not playing for the same team anymore? Guess I'm not at all surprised. Seems your specialty. Slipping shivs in the backs of allies.
Where's Smasher?
I'd start talking if I were you. Wound looks pizza wreck awful. And I don't see no one around who could help.
But I'm happy to talk. Ever wonder how Rogue survived after the attack on the tower? How in hell no one ever hunted her down? Her alone. Out of all that Atlantis trash. 'Cause I do. I truly wonder how far she had to go to set herself up so comfy. Would she finger fuck? Whose crack did she have the lip to?
Where's Smasher now?
With the Arasakas. But I think you know that already.
When's he due back?
Never. Faithful old Adam's just been the head of security there. Not coming back to this rat hole ever. I stayed behind just to tie off his loose ends. Shit! Could say that again. You two will never jump that high. Smasher's out of your reach. But don't feel bad. You'll find you yourself. Likes to resolve shit like this in person.
Gonna lead us to Smasher, ass face.
Even if I wanted to, he don't trust me enough to. Hey, why are you so interested in Smasher anyway?
Not interested in Silverhand and what happened to him.
Johnny Silverhand? What do you want to know?
Smasher ever tell you what he did with Silverhand's body?
That into him, huh? Plan to exhume that Scott? Or you just want to hear how he died? Soaked in piss. Neurons scorched by soul killer.
What did they do with him?
Badlands, near the oil fields. Buried out there. 101 northbound. Then head to the landfill. Dig deep enough. Might find a shit smear.
Heard enough. Finish it.
Let's end this quickly. Want to rip my eyes out just looking at it.
No, wait. I got something. Silverhand. Kinda am right. Give you something.
Don't want a damn thing from you.
Good. One dick spurt less.
Let's Delta. Pointless. This whole thing. Still no leads, nowhere to go from here.
Fuck. V, tell her.
Johnny says you'll get him yet.
Oh yeah? You'll tell him? Fuck. Can't even have a normal convo with him.
Smasher.
Fuck! You don't get it. This isn't about Smasher. He's just the goddamn tip of the iceberg. Even if we get him, what does that get us? Later.
Johnny, talk to her.
Leave her alone, V. She'll get it together. At times like this, she prefers to be alone.
Okay. I get that.
Let's hit those oil fields. Want to see what it looks like out there.
Drive to the oil fields. Oh fuck, that actually hurt. The other times that I landed, it didn't hurt. I love that I can jump that. You gotta get that ability though. That's why you upgrade. Especially in a game like this. Oh shit, the cops. Fine, I'll take my own car. I was about to steal that car. Get up here. Drive safe now. Fall off.
Can't believe they bothered to truck it all the way out here.
This is Johnny's
Better
grave.
than the junkyard where I landed.
Did I roll over it? Or is it?
So that's how it is.
Okay.
Nothing here at all.
headstone, flag, and flowers?
No. I don't know. A marker. Something. Anything.
We'll figure something out. Better now?
A bit. But let's say it was my real grave. What would you write? Here lies Johnny Silverhand.
The guy who saved my life.
V, you don't know how much I want that to be true. Listen, I realize I fucked up a lot of things. Either let down or used every last person who gave me their trust. Blind, selfish bastard that I was. But I've managed one thing for now. Not to fuck this up. What we have.
Been a long, bumpy road, but we made it.
Most people I thought were my friends. They couldn't even stand to be in the same room with me. You're fucking closest to me by a long shot. There, 24/7. And yet, you don't seem to hate my living guts.
You were a real dickwipe at first.
You sorta deserved it. Remember waking up at Victor's not knowing about me? I'm seeing things, I'm scared. Then moaning at Misty's about how you didn't want to die.
Remember you whining for smokes in the middle of the night, complaining about not being able to kill me.
Never thought we'd make it this far.
When you said you let your friends down, did you mean Rogue?
Rogue, Alt, Carrie, Santiago.
Not all's lost yet. At least with Rogue.
Can't pretend nothing's changed over 50 years. Can't just insert myself into her life.
Come on. Already have.
True that. You know, did promise her I'd take her to the movies long ago.
Good idea.
Call her for me. Ask if she's free some night. Thing is, you'd have to surrender control. Again.
Yeah. I'll call her.
Okay. Let's Delta. Nothing to see here after all.
Worth coming out all the same.
Absolutely. Thanks, V. Of all the heads I could have popped up in, hella glad it was yours.
Johnny wants to ask you out on a date. What do you think?
Johnny's asking? Or is it you?
Johnny? You're the one who said you got no trouble telling us apart.
Okay. And where'd you go?
Where'd you want to go?
Silver Pixel Cloud in North.
Okay. I'll swing by the afterlife. Pick you up.
Mission is it? Wish it would switch automatically. Is this it? I'll take a road in the evening. I think it's evening time. Yeah. I just changed to it. Switch to it. I gotta click it. Spider run to my foot. Kind of bug. I didn't look down and check. Must be gone when I check, bitch.
Hey, Judy. How you feeling?
Shitty, but something came to me.
So what did you come up with?
The Mox dive, Lizzie's bar, used to be a joy house. Tiger Claws killed one girl too many, so people took matters into their own hands. Belongs to us now. Clouds could stand to get the same makeover.
Got the Mox to agree to take over Clouds?
No, I'm trying to get you. Know someone at Clouds and take our side. Will you help?
Fine. Got me on board.
Ooh, yes.
Better not switch the mission.
Okay, so what's the plan?
One thing at a time.
First up,
Shut up.
we gotta talk to Michael Magna. If she's not with us, might as well throw our hands up in the air.
Sure Maiko's gonna want to join forces?
If I were sure, I'd be on the hollow to her and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
That may be crazy. Any chance she'll slap us around and shove us out her mega tower window?
Of course, sure.
Guess I can work with that? When are we doing this?
Early morning, Clouds will be
Where are
closed.
you?
Hardly a soul lurking at that time.
Sit on my spot.
How early?
Before 8, I'll be by the entrance. Scratch that. The balcony above Clouds. We'll sneak in. No one needs to know we're there.
On the balcony. Got it.
Wrong switching.
Who would have thought?
Isn't that evening? What the fuck? What's sitting in front of this dude? Not weird at all. Sounds like the back of their hair or something.
Some crew taking you along as bait?
That a compliment?
You look different.
Try again.
Hey, Rogue.
Maybe you'll find
Ready?
some charm third time.
Again, you.
You going?
Where's Johnny? Couldn't make it after all?
I'll join us later.
See, you keep him on a short leash. Wise beyond your years. Let's go.
Hi, Jordan. Hi, Jordan.
Silver Pixel Cloud, your favorite place?
Once, probably. Haven't been there in ages. Drive-ins went out of style a century ago. But Silver Pixel's still hanging in there.
Sounds like a preem place for a date.
Thought so too. Which is why I suggested Johnny take me there a million years ago.
So it wasn't his idea.
Of course not. His idea of a romantic night out was blowing up Arasaka HQ.
But you should always obey the law.
All right, B. Tell me what's going on. For real.
Meaning,
Johnny doesn't do a thing without an ulterior motive. So what's in play this time?
Johnny's changed. He really does want to spend some time with you. No hooks, no lines, no sinkers.
Right.
Rogue?
Just taking it all in.
No.
A selfless Johnny Silverhand. Apparently you're a positive influence on him. Here we are.
Fuck. I don't believe it.
It really has been years. Managed to shut the whole thing down.
V, try to get inside.
Can't stop us, won't stop us. We asked you out on a date.
All right. Do your thing. I'll watch.
Can't stop us, won't stop us. We asked you out on a date.
All right. Do your thing. I'll watch.
Alright then, movie
Okay, gotta be the past this.
Guess we really are going to the movies.
Wham bam shalala.
Well done. Try and get the projector started. I'll get us some seats.
Sure thing.
Gotta do everything, don't
Exactly where I was supposed to take her 50-odd years ago. Right, let's go check the projector. Entrance is over here. Okay, looks like I found the projector. You would happen to know how to get it up and running.
About to see.
Look at that. Last played Bushido 10. Perfect.
Looks like a spurt of runny shit.
V, we're at a drive-in. Movie's the last thing we care about. Just want some background noise, a little blood, tits, and gore, that sort of thing.
Bushido will give you that.
All right, V, run along. I'll take it from here.
Have fun, you crazy kids.
Here we go. It's Johnny time.
Grabbed us the best spots. Hop on up.
They're gonna make good movie.
This is how you imagine this evening going?
Always knew things would have to change for us to just go out and catch a movie. Never imagined they'd change this much.
My character looks better.
Let's pretend it's 2015.
Johnny likes.
We just met, and I got no idea what a bastard you are.
Saying all your chicks are bad.
But I like 2077 Rogue.
A far inferior version. Okay, so it's 2015. If you could do it all again, what would you change? Anything at all?
I'd get Smasher, if you got me. And maybe plant more charges in that tower.
So you do the exact same thing, just better.
Hey,
You got his arm.
what's this?
Nothing, it's just...
Damn, dude.
Had a lot of time to think while you were away. What
What
ifs and all that.
Oh. Are you even watching this movie? Oh, shit. No, don't fuck up your girlfriend. Look, we got him. We got him. I knew we were rooting for the right guy. Love the pick. Oh yeah. And he's got a chick. That's all of it? Is that all the movie?
Sure, that's it. Nothing about Grayson or Smasher.
What? What's Smasher got to do with anything?
Getting the sense you still got a thorn in your side there.
'Cause I do. I'm irate, disappointed, but rather
Hot
not think about it
girlfriend.
now.
Nice car.
All that counts is I'm back with you. Think that's way better than any what if.
But all we got's this one night.
more than I ever could have asked for.
It's taking too long on the screen.
Rogue, I'm here on borrowed time and borrowed
this was
body.
gonna happen. I told you.
But I'm here.
I've never done this scene before, by the way. Really? Really doing this? My character's not a dude. Johnny Silverhand going in for the... I'm not gonna say it. Going in for the kiss. I heard that other word was a bad word on YouTube today. I don't know if that's true. What the hell? All of a sudden she got a strap on? Weird. Are we really playing this? Come on now. Bro. I mean, it's basically just lesbian stuff, so.
Johnny, I can't. It's not right.
Why? We got this far. You're all over my damn, or your car. This is my car. You mean towards me?
Mean it not fair to thee?
Not fair to you. Tried so hard to pretend nothing's changed. To pretend I'm the same Rogue you knew. Actually managed to fool myself. Get back on my own.
Rogue! Fuck. Rogue's gone.
Yep.
Guess things did not go swimmingly.
Nope. Was gonna be a nice night at the drive-in. Now she's mad and won't tell me what about.
Any guesses?
Remember Grayson, how they spoke? How weird it was?
Weird's not the word, I don't think. He was toying with her. Could be something to that.
Gotta mull it over. For now, take me to North Oak.
That's supposed to help you figure out Rogue?
No, Carrie. Tell you once we're there. Movie was a turd wrapped in crepe paper.
Oh, that was pretty good. Why are they really shitting on the movie? Nobody watched it but me. I had almost a coherent plot going in my head. Almost. Oh, we almost had it. Where'd she go? I went by a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Let's call it a night here soon. Supposed to be time, y'all. Maybe that's here, I guess. Fuck, dude. It's the wrong mission. Damn it. Paying attention to what I was doing. No! Get me out of here. Fuck, dude. Go to the main menu and see what happens. Before this. We're getting locked into that bullshit. Please don't. Because you can't come back out of it after you do it. Yeah, you think this is right before going inside the door.
Hello. I'm Aravic Bob, and you're watching WNS News. New detail.
女が来ました。武装しているようです。
Caught it. Caught it. Like a mission where you can't turn back. Make sure you're clicking that. Clicking it? No, we got it. Sometimes it doesn't click it. Yeah, I'm already here. Wait, no.
もちろんです。わかりました。
Continues to plague the Badlands. Shootings have been reported along the 166, and 101. Eyewitness accounts point to inter-clan disputes. Attacks on unaffiliated persons has not exceeded the average. However, in an absence of caution, the NCPD has raised the threat level to 2, advising travelers to avoid side roads. We'll continue to keep you informed as the situation develops.
Anyways, I appreciate you all for stopping by. If you like tonight's video, go ahead and like, share the channel. Please follow. We may or may not be on tomorrow. Check back and see. Have a good night.